I have raised my sons entirely different than I raised them girls, because I had to. And they mothers know, let me have these boys. I ain't over here trying to turn the girls into women, because I don't know how. But I know about these boys, and I know what it takes to be a man, so I got them.
So that's what we was talking about. No, just had we all have to deal with our sons and our daughters and all that. So
I had
I was sharing what I had to deal with a couple times, how my ex-wife would kind of undercut me. I try to go in there saving him while I'm in her giving my son the business. Yeah, I don't like that. So I remind her and let her know, no, we're not doing this shit. We're not doing this shit. So when you have the conversation with him, don't come in and interfere. I let you do what you got to do, unless I hear him being disrespectful. And then I don't even say that. I just come in and make my presence felt. You know what I'm saying? So, but what say you, big bro?
Kind of got a little. I mean, yours is the big deal. Like yours is the big leagues. I mean, you was married with ex-wife and all that. So, but a lot of the women that I like got close with, and they would like give me that son. You know what I'm saying? But the type of tough love I have is just very encouraging. That I'm the type of dad that's just involved and stuff like that. But I really got it from being a goddad. For my goddaughter a lot. Her dad got deported, so I had to be a real goddad. And I started at 15, so a lot of the stuff that I would try to tell her, teach her that she was involved with, her mom would kind of be in the way. You know what I'm saying? And but I've had family members where these women, I don't be understanding what they want. Like Steve just asked her, is this the man that you want your children to be? So why are you interfering? Like, what are you getting in the way of the process for? Because when if the boy want to go and hurt somebody when he becomes a preteen or teen, you can't stop him from getting out that door.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, as a dad, as the man that's there in his life at that time, I gotta get out of his head before he's too big for both of us to not want to go and knock somebody down. I need you to not be in the way. You're soft. Everybody feel good. Don't make it bad. It's not gonna, like, when we crack that threshold, it's wolves out there. They will eat all of us the fuck alive. And I mean, I know we men, right? We've dealt with women. We dealt with women in our family. We know they mean well for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the most detrimental things to our family is when they want to interfere with discipline. And then want to whine and complain about the children not listening to me. Because your voice don't mean anything. I'm sorry. It just doesn't mean anything to these children. When a man speaks, it changes the room for these children. I don't know how many times whatever woman, whether I was related to her or not, whether I was messing with her or not, she can say something to her child a million times. I say something once, the baby's going to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be getting too deep into it, but I'm going to tell women that's listening. Children don't come from y'all. They come from us. That's an actual scientific fact. So we got a resonance with them children that you just don't have. When they hear a man, they hear home.
Mm-hmm.
You just a rental for that 9 months. And that's not going to change no time soon. When I speak to children, they listen and it changes their life. And my job is to keep you safe so you can continue. Our relationship between a man and a child is vastly different between a mother and a child. A relationship between a man and a child is immortality. Especially if it's my child. It's immortality. Theirs is nurturing. It's well-meaning, you know what I'm saying? When as a woman, it's not low, but it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a different relationship. And we putting more of our soul into these children. And they need that hard part. So I can yell at you once or twice, and nobody else has to put their hands on you when you get bigger. It's a dire situation for her to be quiet. Like I tell women all the time, women that's listening and dads that's young or going to become dads in the future, I don't do that talking to you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I do not do that. I'm going to talk to you you're getting one warning and it's full-fledged consequence. I don't deviate from that under any circumstances. I deal with my nieces. I deal with my goddaughter because they're too important for me to miss this lesson. I can't pick this lesson that they have to learn as the one that I can let them slide by. I gotta act like this is it. I don't care if it's about picking the toys up. I don't care if it's about schoolwork. I don't care if it's about um, a boy my goddaughter may like. I gotta teach this lesson like it's it. I can't because outside of them streets, you might not get one warning, let alone you two or three. You know what I'm saying? Like the streets ain't the place for that. So they gotta what women do. That's one of the most detrimental things I see. Number two, one is interfering when men are disciplining children. The other thing is making a child think you got 6 and 7 and 14 and 12 times to be told before you move. You outside on these streets, you may not get one warning, let alone, and the man, even if he's not on some gangster shit, not gonna keep talking to you 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And you may miss a mentor because I'm tired of talking to this boy. I did not know men didn't talk to you 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I had no idea until I was 20 and got around older men, got around my mentor. Men are not going to talk to you 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate that. It's a lot of a lot of stuff Steve Harvey be saying to be irritating, but I do appreciate that video though. It's something I'm definitely passionate about because irrespective of how these females are acting out here in these streets, man, I do think we should perfect the craft of being good dads, great dads, and helping our little boys that's coming behind us to be even better than us. So I do appreciate the topic.
Yeah, for sure. That's a must. And like I was sharing with Rufus and Tommy, man, look, do what you got to do, man. Again, are you always going to get along with with all the time? Hell no. Y'all ain't gonna see eye to eye. Y'all not gonna agree. But one thing you need to agree on is about that child. We could disagree on every topic, every view, every political issue, whatever, financial. But we're gonna come to one type of agreement. That's the betterment for this child. Whatever we got to do to raise him or to raise this child, let me say, we need to do. We need to do it. We talk about it, we agree on it, and then we go from there. Sometimes you're going to get your way. Sometimes I'm going to get my way. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the betterment for our kids. So.
Amen.
Damn, they're about ready to choke. Tommy, you have something to put in, big brother, before I move on to this next clip?
Are we good?
No, I think we covered everything.
Excuse me. Thank you. What about you, Rufus? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I think that hit it. You cleaned it up.
At the end of the day, man, we got to find a way to get along, especially for the betterment of the kids. You got to, man. Them kids relying on us way too much for us to keep on seeing us going back and forth. And it's not gonna help.
Absolutely.
How we're teaching them that's the way how to deal with situations all the time. Argue and fight. No, it's not. Our violence.
Oh, shoot guns now. Now it's just guns.
Yeah. So that's we got to show them something different. So I got this next clip. I got a couple more clips, but this is the next one.
Sometimes you got to cut people off. That's what I was able to be my best, to cut people off that's not helping me get to where I'm going at, or even being a distraction, or just negative people around. You need to cut them off. I don't care if you kin to them or whatever. If they not on the same page with you, like I don't want people just running with me no more. I want people pushing me.
Amen. Cut people off. Family. We all know family can sometimes be the worst, man. Sometimes they be the worst. But I had to do that. Certain friends, I just knew I couldn't hang because the lifestyle they wanted to live, they want to participate in, wasn't the path I'm trying to go down, man. You doing some shit that's going to take me away from my kids. Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. If that's what you want to do, man, good luck with that shit. I can't be involved with you no more, dog. I can't roll with you like that. If I see you, best believe I'm going to speak to you. Give you a proper, show you respect. but I can't move like that with you no more. So yeah, I got to cut you off. And sometimes we got to make them tough decisions, and it's not easy. You know them all your life, have friends with them since elementary, a daycare. But man, if they not moving in the direction that you trying to do, it might be it.
I get a little mixed up with that message, and I say that because if the message is like what you saying, if you talking about, you got family in the streets, that's one thing. I get that. But everybody I hang with ain't got the same goals I got. Everybody that I hang with ain't trying to get to the places I get. Everybody I hang with don't make the same money I make. So sometimes when I hear that message, it be making me feel like they saying like everybody in your life gotta be going in the same direction to you. If you're an entrepreneur, they need that's what if that's not how it's meant, then cool, I get that. But when I hear it like that, sometimes it pushes me off. I'm like, bro, everybody that I fucking talk to ain't there to push me to get to my. Like I had this conversation on another thing. I said, I got some friends, man, it's comic relief, bro. Sometimes I'm having a hard day. I could call my partner up, and he just gonna say some funny shit to get my brain off of the shit that I'm going through. He's not actively like helping me produce to become this bigger, better person I am. He just like, man, I can hit this fool up and we can just clown a little bit. And it just helps with the pressures of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, just help get your mind off of that shit. And just like when I hear this mess sometimes, it's like, it feel like they coming off as like, if these people aren't pushing you to be your absolute best, it's like, bro, everybody in your fucking life ain't gonna do that. Like, it's just keeping 100. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if they're not taking from you, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. All of my partners that's like fucking around like that, they don't want me around. My partners that be still out there on the block, they don't want me around. They don't be calling me like, hey, you need to come. Like, they don't want me around. They understand what I'm doing. They understand and I'm past that shit. And they're not. I tell people all the time, I got partners in the pen. They don't got numbers. They got letters. And when they hit me on my phone, they're actively telling me, bruh, don't let little man come up like us. Like they not actively trying to drag me back into what we was into. They trying to, we even got to an age where they like, nah, bro, I see what you're doing. Respect it, bro. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's weird because like I damn near don't gotta cut people off because they'll cut themselves off when they see that I'm, not on that type of time no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just when I hear this message sometimes, it kind of conflicts with me because, like I said, like, bro, everybody in my life ain't gonna be like this, fucking master class of person that's trying to push me towards getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, but as long as you're not trying to drag me down in any way, shape, or form, then yeah, I get that. Then yeah, if you don't on some of that shit, you probably gonna get cut off anyway. It ain't really gonna be a question. You feel me?
Yeah, but when I speak about it and on it, I speak on it from a view of if you're not gonna if you're gonna be on that negative bullshit, on that criminal shit, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I could look if you're gonna be ignorant and talk ignorant, I expect that from you, right? That's how people sometimes we do some silly and dumb shit, and if you want to continue to be childish, I'm not gonna cut you off. I may not hang with you as much. I may not deal with you like that no more, but I'm not going to cut you off. I'm talking about the ones who's going to cost me my freedom of my life. Those are the ones I don't deal with. Those are the ones I got to cut off. If I got to be looking over my shoulder at the age of 47, that's a problem for me. So now I need to start moving different.
Do they not separate themselves from you? And I'm only speaking on my situation. I'm saying because everybody different, everybody from different places. But do they not separate themselves from you? Like, do they not like if I try to go stand on the corner right now, my partner would be like, "Get your ass out of here, nigga." You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't even be allowed. He'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here." You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you even have to cut them off? Or do they just cut themselves off? Because in my situation, they basically cut themselves off. They like, bro, this ain't what you want no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here.
But see, I'm talking about family. And it's kind of hard to cut them off because you're going to see them.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Situation where you're going to see them, right? Not more
Yeah.
a friend, because I could pick and choose who the friend I want to hang out with, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And if I call you my friend, you down. I don't have
Yeah,
nothing to worry
yeah.
about. I know you ain't on that bullshit, and you know I'm not on that bullshit, so that won't be a problem. It's my family who when I hear this video, I see this video. That's who I'm thinking about. You know, they on that bullshit, still want to come over, hang. Look at dude, look, man, look what we're not gonna do. You're not gonna
Yeah.
be coming disrespecting my house at 12 something at night, man. Me and my ex trying to sleep. What are you doing, dog? If you gonna come through, call me first. And I really don't want you to call me unless it's some type of emergency that late. But if you are, call me first so I can prepare her so she don't think something's crazy going on. No, I don't need all this drama like that. You know what I'm saying? So you try to address those situations and deal with it. But yeah, I try to distance myself from that bullshit, and they know that. They say, man, why you acting? It's not about me acting bougie, dog. I'm just not with that foolery, man. We too old for this shit. And if I want to keep on living and keep on being around here and having fun and enjoying life, man, I can't be doing what y'all talking about doing. I'm 47. When I look like continue to hang out in the club, I don't want to be that old dude in the club, man. What are we doing here, man?
Right.
This shit. Look, if I want to do that type of atmosphere, I open my home up. Y'all could come over. Y'all can hang out. I got a big ass screen in deck. We chilling. I got a grill out there, smoke. We gonna cook it up. Got a fire pit we put out there. Sit around in the lawn chairs at the fire. The kids want to make some more. Cool. We can do that too. Play some dominoes and some spades or some tongue. We gonna chill. Watch the game in the basement. Whatever. But you're not gonna see me talking about let's go. No, man.
See, hold on. See,
And
Hank, I
if I
thought you were
do
trying to.
go, I'm not shutting that bitch down.
I
I'm
thought you were
not
trying to
shutting
stay
it
away
down.
from the bullshit, Hank.
What's that?
You pull out the spades, man. You inviting some bullshit to pop off.
Hey, we're gonna talk our shit, right? We're gonna talk our shit. Look, this money get pulled out. We playing
Listen,
$50 a hand.
it's only so much. It's only so much underbidding gonna go on for I'm gonna have to reach out and touch somebody. Like, hey, dog, you got one more time.
Yeah, we playing $50 a hand. You know what I'm saying? And on the tongue, saying $2 a hand. $2 on high spades. You call whatever you call. Low puppet toes, whatever. I'm getting off subject, but yeah, I'm chilling. I'm look here. We're gonna have a good old house party at Hink's place. We not doing this. I'm not gonna go. Like I said, if I do go, I'm not shutting it down. I'm out of there at a reasonable time.
Like what Quantum said in the chat, I agree with. I think that's a her. I'm on my phone, so I can't really see the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a her. Like what Quantum said. Even with not even just being a business owner, like how I work, bro. I work damn near 70 hours a week. I ain't even got time. I ain't got the time. You feel me? Like I ain't got the time to be doing all that shit. So my time doesn't even permit for me to even do that shit, let alone even like she said too, the frequencies just ain't even gonna match up. You feel me? Because my brain is on other shit, and that's one thing I will say. It's only so much goofy you're gonna be able to do around me. I'll be like, hey, blood, you got to move around. You know what I'm saying? Like I even had one partner that I had to tell, like, nigga, every time you talk to me, you talking about how to spend money, nigga. When you gonna talk about how to make some? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just naturally. So I agree with what she said. Like, yeah, naturally you damn near gonna separate anyway because your mindset is gonna be in two different places.
Mm-hmm. Hey, exactly. And so that's it. Being said, man, it's just and again, I'm saying it's hard for some people because you love your folks, you love your family, you still indirectly going to see them, but at the same time, man, if they not moving the way you want them to move, how you think they should be moving, you got to kind of separate yourself, man, and let them know, man, I'm not on that type of time no more, man. I'm on a different type clock, bro. You doing some things I just can't totally agree with. So I can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. And I won't. So yeah, we got to do something different. So either you're gonna have to change your ways or have somebody change from being around you, man. I can't roll with
it. Me, man, I literally built myself off that, bro. I had to get away from my family. Some people like me, man, their family is their worst enemy for like the worst reason. Because, and I think like I met a lot of people like this. The reason family become the weapon against you is because of this thing that I keep telling people about. Nobody really wants to listen. Comfort, man. People get too comfortable with who you've shown them to be for whatever reason you've been that, and they don't. When you want to make that change, when you find that purpose in your life, and it just don't align, they always try to convince you that it's bad for you and what you've been is good for you when it's really good for them. And then when you're a person like me that can fish that out pretty quickly, um, especially when you're younger, just because you can fish that out don't mean you're mature. And then you make the immature response to that. You make an enemy out of family. They catch feelings. 5 years go by, 10 years go by, still being vindictive. You know what I mean? And then you have to kind of like get away from them. And so like I understand what Tommy's saying, but some of us have very vindictive family members that know that you going somewhere they can't go, or you gonna get away before they can get some get back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like what Quantum said, when you, no matter what it is, even if it's a guy that going to college, right? You got cousins, you going to college, they not going to college, or you going to business and they going to college. When y'all don't align, you have to put yourself in position to be in an environment that's conducive to the direction you're going and not to the contrary. And family really be pulling you because, hey, these are the people that got credibility with you. These are the people that picked you up when you fell down and hit your knees. So their words matter to you. So when they're saying something to the contrary, it's like it's a lot of pressure for a lot of us, because it's like, I love you, I really appreciate you, I don't want to, you know what I mean, I don't want to put you in this bad situation, but I got to be over here. Then they go, huh, you over there with them? And they kind of make you, like, that ultimatum that your family puts you in is so stressful. And a lot of these preteens are going through this right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are going through that. And you got to choose between your new friends who excite you, who's on a path that you excited about, but you got your family who you done had Thanksgiving with. And you just got to, it becomes a situation where when we become adults, I kind of got to move away, and I'm going to hurt some I'm going to hurt grandma, because I can't show up to Thanksgiving this week. I got to go to this business trip. I gotta put on these extra hours so I can get Christmas together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it be family. But the main point of it, though, why I like it, is if you can make that decision to push family away, it's not too many people you can't push away. It's not too many people in the street that you don't know that you can't push away. Or, you can push them away respectfully. Like, look, I got to be over here. I got to be focused for a little bit. Whatever. There's ways to go about it. But family, man, if you can, it happens, bro. Some people got dope ass families. They that type of person, and I don't knock that. I had to get away from my family because they was gonna cause me to hurt somebody, mainly them. You know what I'm saying? I had to step away.
I think you're right though. I think whenever we say cut off, I think people take that as if you got to be disrespectful and fucked up. Like, nah, it ain't even that. It's just, hey, bro, I'm on this and you on that. It ain't no disrespect or nothing. But in order for me to do this, and this, I gotta be on my shit. And in my experience, most people respect it. Now, of course, you're gonna have a couple that might not, and fuck them. But it is what it is. Hold on, hey, Beans, I called you, nigga. Anyways, continuing.
Right, you supposed to hit me back. That's what's up.
So hold on, in mid conversation, you had to put that out there, Tommy.
Yeah.
Cause I just seen that nigga pop up.
Yeah.
I guess it's like it sometimes. You gotta catch it while you can catch him.
He bougie now. He bougie now. I don't talk to niggas no more.
You feel me? Niggas be acting brand new around this motherfucker, nigga.
He might have cut you off, big bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me know then, nigga. Let me know then, nigga.
He might have took
I cut all y'all YouTube niggas off.
Beans said I got to cut him off. I took Beans. I
get it though, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga. Why would you want all this around? You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
He won't deal with that light skin energy.
I'm pretty sure he threw his I'll be sure cover away. He don't need you.
Oh, fuck.
Doing good. No, but we was doing good, man. We was doing good, though. We was doing good. We go real good. Now you got to get started again.
Hey,
So
Hey,
You know
she
what I'm
put
said
saying? You
that
always,
shit.
put a
hey,
put
they
a
always
one
got to get personal, Hank.
put a one in the chat if it's too much diet meddling up here.
Hold on, what'd you say? Diet melon.
Diet
He
meddling.
said, "Dying man."
This discount carbon up here. Too much.
Is that what they call the light skinned brothers? Diet
That's,
melon?
that's what they call it.
Ah, damn, I didn't know. That's a new one for me. Hey, I tell you this, we ain't going no goddamn where.
Yeah, man. He said it's a lot of the medicine.
Said we forever here. We forever here. Oh,
I
man,
see.
we ain't going no goddamn where. Oh man, let me show this next clip. I got 2 more clips, man, before we gonna
Okay.
get this street, man. It's,
Ah, this nigga gonna put a 1. I hate this nigga.
well, who did that?
That nigga mean.
How they gonna put the poll out there? Put the 1 out there, dog. How he
Real,
gonna do?
realistic vibes. Forgive me, please.
How he gonna do it? He put the poll out there. They gonna add a 1. There you go. And now you got his King Dark brother.
Hey man, don't
His
hate us
funny
because we
dark
gorgeous.
skin put a 1 in the chat too.
Don't hate us because we gorgeous.
They should have never gave Drake a
man.
contract, bro. Y'all was almost on your way out. They gave that nigga contract.
He's right on, big brother.
Hey man.
Y'all started growing
Hey.
beards like what 5 years ago.
Hey man,
Drake
shout
did
out
it.
to Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
That's
man,
the
y'all
Steph and
crazy.
Drake and who else?
Let me get this video up for what y'all silly.
You have any kids?
3 kids.
How old are your kids?
19, 14, and 2.
How old are you, Nisha?
I'll be 40 next month.
Okay. Do your kids have the same father?
3 fathers.
What's your deal breakers?
Deal breakers are multiple baby mothers, more than 2, 3 kids.
If you were a man with your resume, you wouldn't date yourself.
Probably not.
So, but you want a man to date you?
Absolutely.
That's all you can do is laugh. There's nothing else you can do at that point. If you take her serious and you get mad, you crazy. Ain't nothing you can do.
That's literally how insane these bras are. And the crazy part about it is they'll look at you dead in your face like, what? Like, bitch, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, she was eating.
Are you out of your mind?
That shit crazy.
I wouldn't date me, but you should date me.
Like that a
The
bit.
fuck?
That's like somebody feed you at their house. They're like, is this dish clean? No, I wouldn't eat off of it, but you can. Yeah, nah, nigga, I'm.
Do you feel me?
I'm good, G.
Like, I don't, you know, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I don't even know if we call it delusional anymore. I think it's just insanity. I think these hoes are just insane.
You know what? For Christmas, we should get all these women a jacket to help them hug themselves. You know, the one in the top and the back.
Oh my god,
The sleeves.
like,
and the
talking about
so
straight jacket.
okay, look,
It's
I'm
fact.
not a psychiatrist, but y'all, you know, probably smarter than me. So, okay, is that not like the damn near the definition of narcissism?
That's what they put. Narcissism's foundation is not having empathy, and that's really what happens. Like
that is fucking insane, bro. Like, I know I got all this baggage, but yeah, don't come to me with all that baggage. What in the entire fuck?
She said she had a 19-year-old, a 14-year-old, and then a 2-year-old.
The space, nigga.
I'm just like,
the space.
And then you don't want a nigga that got 2 baby mamas.
Blood, and you got 3 baby daddies.
3 different
nigga.
ones. That's bro.
But like
that shit, wow.
Like you said, I mean, 19. So it's obvious you had when he was probably about 20.
Yeah.
She's
40. Yeah. She said she's 40, so she probably 21. Yeah.
So you had that's a mistake. We're gonna chalk that up, right? But then you turn around and had the 14-year-old. And then a couple years later, you decide, I think I need to have one.
Nigga, not no couple years, 12 years, a decade later, nigga. That nigga said a couple. No, nigga, a decade.
Yeah, you're right. And all of a sudden, she starts slipping again, I guess. She had a little 2-year.
Bro, that shit, wow.
Nothing about that makes sense. But, you know, I had a cousin that had that mindset. Yeah, I don't want to date no woman. I said, dog, you got a whole 3 kids. Who are you to sit there and justify you don't want nobody woman with kids, but you got a whole 3 kids? No, you sound 10 karat crazy. That's like me saying I won't date with no woman with no kids.
But
and I got
this
an
hold
adult
on.
dog.
This is the only reason why I say it's a little bit different for men. I'm not saying it's fair. It's a little bit different for men. Our kids generally don't stay with us in these situations.
But so they visit.
No, they visit, but it's a huge difference between if I get with her kids is here 24/7. If you get with me, I might have my kids on the weekend. I might have my kids on, I mean, like in my situation, I got my kids pretty much more than damn near most niggas. Like I got my kids anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. But most guys are usually on like a weekend situation or shit like that. I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm saying that's the only reason why it'd be a little bit different. But I do think he's crazy. Like it'll be like me saying, yeah, I can't fuck with a chick that got kids. Like,
well,
what?
You know what? I can meet you there because if she's a mom, right? So if okay, let's say they get their deal. She find a nigga that's 6 figures. She a stay at home mom. She's gonna have to deal with the mom, the other baby mamas more than the dad would have to deal with the other baby father. So I could understand that viewpoint where she got to interact with them.
Oh yeah, I can see it. But hey, that broad didn't look like no stay at home mom.
Yeah, but you know what I can tell? I can tell that she done got her ass whipped by some baby mamas before. That's what it's saying.
Shout out to Mr. Palmer. She looked like she worked at Walmart.
Yeah, she definitely like baby mama.
So you
Walmart
said
is always high.
Was that a scam? I ain't seen you in a minute, big dog.
She don't want to deal with all the attitudes of the multiple other baby mamas. Is that what you're saying, no?
Yeah, yes. You can see it in her. Like she's not even thinking. I think a lot of the lack of empathy, that narcissism come from trauma. Like they so worried about their own personal situation. They're not even listening to themselves. They don't talk as if somebody's gonna hear them. They just want to get their shit off. And I think one of them baby mamas and popped her in the mouth before, or she done had to hide.
One of them baby mamas had to do a little bit of straightening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them girlfriends, wives, and baby mamas that you who man you fucking on, they got guns too.
They had to bring it up to reality, huh?
Yeah, they shoot. They shoot guns. They do shoot. These chicks out here, man, they be getting their ass handed to them. They don't be saying that. Scam likely turned into man drive. Every time I see you eating now.
Yeah, what are you eating on, man? What do we eat? Look like old ice. What do you get? Old icy or something?
This nigga eating oatmeal with no sugar, no butter.
Watermelon.
Oh, but you ain't blackity black. Okay, I hear you.
No, this ain't blackity black. I'm losing weight. About to be Avity abs.
That's it.
That nigga's an Avity abs. I hate this nigga.
7 more pounds to go to 180.
7 more pounds? Oh, you get down to 180?
180, yeah.
Well, congratulations, big brother. Hopefully you achieve your goal. Did you see the video?
No, I just got here.
Well, I'm gonna play it back just for you, buddy, because I want to hear what Scam Likely has to say.
Apparently, there's a
opinion, brother.
These niggas be cracking me up. These niggas pop up. They don't look in their video. They just hit the link.
Exactly.
They don't.
That's what they do.
Hey, niggas just hit the link and say, "Fuck it, I'll figure it out."
Did you hit the like? Did you hit the like? Right. I'm gonna wing it.
Yeah,
I'll catch y'all.
I'm gonna listen for you a little bit more of the conversation, then I'll chime in. Here you go, Scam, just for you, big brother. You and your watermelon.
Do you have any kids?
3 kids.
How old are your kids?
19, 14, and 2.
How old are you, Nisha?
I'll be 40 next month.
Okay. Do your kids have the same father?
3 fathers.
What's some deal breakers?
Deal breakers are multiple baby mothers, more than 2, 3 kids.
If you were a man with your resume, you wouldn't date yourself.
Probably not.
So, but you want a man to date you?
Absolutely.
The fact that she had to pause and think about it that long, but it hurt her to even say yes.
Sugar bum, I need you to stop disclosing my financial information out here to everybody. All right, it's a struggle out here for the single dads, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that was rough. That was rough, man.
Sugar mama's a
So,
terror.
Scan, what you think?
I'm a little different. Here's the deal. Every time.
You know why?
Why?
Because you fit her description. That's all you, big dog.
Scan, come over. I know what Scam about to do. I know Scam. I already know what you about to do, bro.
No, it's
I got multiple big mamas. I can't.
No,
it's gonna be you, Scam.
It's a plane. What's that food name?
No, here's my thing. It's two different things. Number one, across the space, a woman will show up. I won't date a bus driver. And all the men, whoa, gotta get you. Feminism. Like, why do you care? Who gives a shit? I won't date a man who's light skinned. I won't date a man who got 5 fingers on his left hand. Why do you freaking care? I wouldn't care if a woman came on the panel and said, oh man, your nose is too long and you're bald headed. Cool. Talk to Tommy. Talk to Hank. Do your thing. I personally just don't care. Because I can go talk to that woman over there and they ain't trying to say that. The other thing is this. If she says she wants dude with all this and all that and that, and she just got to go get it. That's it. Now go get that dude. And if you look at her cell phone, because this is across the manosphere, they keep saying, they only want the dudes a 6'7". They only want the athletes. 1 minute, they want high value. It's about the money. Then they want the money, but they got 4 kids with Pookie. Why don't you look and see what the woman really wants? Like, watch what they do. Ask her for her cell phone. Who's the last dude you was dating? Your second kid.
Damn.
Tell me about it. They was dating him for 5 years, and he worked at a milk factory. That means they're willing to date a guy at the milk factory.
Wait a minute. Scam Likely. What women do you know just giving up their phones like that? I'd like to meet them. I'd like to interview them. Like, what the fuck? I just seen a video of a woman that shot a nigga for taking her phone.
No, you get what I'm saying. These dudes keep arguing.
This nigga said, just take her phone. Look at her phone. Nigga, where? Where?
Let's be real. These dudes are taking 5 hours, putting a suit on, flying 45 minutes up the interstate to get to these women. Let's be real. They're doing it. Why don't they ask her some questions? Like, hey, tell me about your relationships. They will tell you. And they'll tell you, oh, man, Tony wouldn't get a job. Ding, ding, ding. She's willing to date a guy and give him a kid who doesn't have a job. How about Marquavius? Oh, man, that dude cheated.
What? Say that name again.
Marquavius.
Nigga said Marquavius.
Well, nobody had to come on camera for that one.
Oh my God.
The last dude they dated didn't run Shell Oil Company. The 19-year-old was not with the dude who plays for the Falcons. It was Quattrell who stays up the block somewhere.
Oh God, you with these goddamn names, man.
Well, I gotta be a Q in it every time. That's what's stressing me out. They don't gotta.
Cause that's the ghetto, nigga. That's why.
Not spell it. Marquavius is fucking hilarious.
But I mean, because honestly, these women, because the dudes keep saying,
all right, look.
They keep saying,
see your luck.
They make all this money off child support. They're making $20,000 a month off the government. Well, dang, if they got 3 kids, that's about what? $10,000 a month. They got all the money they need. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying the narratives and all the getting worked up just to bash up and all these women. I'm gonna just keep trolling these dudes.
But here's the thing. The girl didn't want herself. That's what was stressful. She didn't want her.
That sounds about right.
Fine, but then so it's like you asking. It's like That would be like a jail doing an open house. That's what she's like. Don't nobody want to come there. You don't even want to be there. It don't make sense. If you hate you, why you want somebody to be with you to hate you?
That goes on both sides,
It's
bro.
like she want to find a dude to destroy. That's what it sounds like. She sounds horrible, and she's 40. I was trying to give her some credit because she ain't look that bad for 40.
Actually, she looked all right.
Yeah,
but maybe
that's all you, Scam.
Or maybe it's like, all right, fine. You want one of these dudes? You want one of these dudes, no kids, and something you don't qualify for? Fine. Go get with Tyrone. He's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Bend you over, stroke out, and drill out them buns, and Uber you back to the streets.
there you go.
I'm just saying. That's what
and leave at the restaurant.
You got that right, dog.
What's that food name?
Shout out to Hank for the classic, boy.
Yeah, she's been Uber to the streets.
My man right there. And Dusto ready to go save him too.
All out.
Dusto, you gonna save him, Dusto?
Hank, only on YouTube do I hear the reckless conversations. Just YouTube. Now the dudes are mad because I shifted from trolling the women to trolling the dudes, and they mad.
Look, you know I ain't got no beef with you. You know how I feel. I'm like, whatever, man. Just talk your shit.
I had to fuss out this nigga yesterday on Jessica X panel. I just realized that.
You had to do what?
I had to cuss this nigga out yesterday on Jessica X panel. He was talking that dumb shit. It'd be like that. I feel you. I gotta stop listening to you because every time I'm talking to these dudes, I'm like, damn, Scam was right.
What he was saying.
So you keep taking
Scam took my goddamn talking point. I've been saying that for a minute. Like, why is you niggas so mad at the bitch preference? If you don't want the bitch, I don't care. It's that simple to me. I don't want you anyway, bitch. You can perform what you want to. I'm gonna walk straight past your dumb ass. Like, the fuck?
And they called me a simp for trolling the dudes for going 5-on-1 with a chick who just said, you know what, I'm not interested in a bus driver.
A simp in this space is somebody that's heterosexual.
You know why they mad though?
I don't know what a simp is anymore, bro.
They mad because these niggas actually want these women. That's where they frustrated at. Because if you don't want them, what would be the point of being mad?
Real bad.
That's why I'm laughing like the whole baby mama thing that they doing this thing. Oh, if you're a baby mama, and it's like, I know why you mad. You mad because you couldn't fuck them before the baby, and now you can't fuck them after the baby. So you just big mad. It is what it is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We love simps over here. Who is we?
Get the fuck out of here, Sugar
Who is we? Who's the we? Because who you speaking for? She's a troll. Yeah, man. That's the whole.
I think she may be speaking for the president, troll, and that's a scam lightly.
No, I don't be out there like that no more. 2022, I ran the troll Illuminati. I'm passing on the Sugar Bomb.
Okay, you
got an army full of trolls. You got like 15 of them. They deep.
You lay down your rag, Scam?
She definitely the troll god.
I'm an OG troll now.
He laid his rag down like Quando Rondo. He ain't trolling 60s no more. Damn.
Right. You retired at Scam. I got you.
No, I still troll here and there, but I'm just not all over the street because the conversations, it'd be the same thing.
You already know. It's a fucking merry-go-round.
And now it's just the dudes can't take the trolling. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, they get feminine.
Oh, hey.
I mean, feminine.
Y'all probably didn't see me. I hopped on Fight Club one night, boy. I turned it to the.
Yeah,
I was a super.
I was
a super thug.
I got sent the screenshot. I caught it straight in the chat.
Hey, when was you over there? I ain't been there in forever.
I was a super thug over there, nigga. They had me as like, nigga. I damn near feel like Tukey Williams by the time they stopped talking about me, nigga. I was like, damn, okay. I'm tired of you street niggas. I'm like, okay.
You talking about this weekend? You was up there?
Yeah.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember what day it was. I do remember seeing it.
I think it was Sunday. I think I was up there. But they were talking about the John Morant situation, and then somehow that went into like, you know, like my little issue with some of these cats being, and I guess they take this as if like I'd be like trying to promote it or be trying to like get big ups on it or whatever. But I'm just like, see, there you go. But my thing just be like, bruh, if you grew up in the hood, cool. But if you grew up in the hood and you was on the sidewalk, you can't speak about the streets in a certain fashion. And so all I be trying to do is just be trying to be like, blood, I'm just trying to give you the perspective from the motherfuckers that went on the porch. And then that triggers them. But I'm like, but y'all literally praise yourself for being on the porch. But then when I point out the fact that you're on the porch, you get mad. And I'm like, I'm lost. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying like, oh, you should like, I'm not, I don't. And so then it went from that to somehow Tommy be promoting people in the streets. And then somebody goes, well, Tommy's never said that. Well, no, he doesn't directly say go participate. Bro, it got so goofy, bro.
Because they worry about, they be worried that you're going to get attention.
Then not to mention, bro.
They hear one thing, and then once they hear one or two words, that trigger goes off, and they quote their talking point.
Yep.
They're not even human anymore. They're turning into bots.
Well, and the perfect example of that was, and I think, Noble, you was there when I told this story. So it was, main part of it was me and JB going back and forth. But so
I gotta watch
I had told the story about you. I think I remember that, Noble, when I told the story about me at my 2-year-old's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow he took that story as me promoting Thug being a thug or me being hard or something like that. But I told the story that because I said a lot of these cats don't understand some of the situations you end up in that ain't even your fault, you know, when you come from that shit. So I was at my 2-year-old's birthday party, and in the place that we was at, I ran into one dude that tried to murder my cousin, and I ran into like they counted over 100 rounds. That's how bad they tried to get him. And I ran into another guy that was basically, he got my homeboy killed. And so I'm like, this is a situation where I had to like make a decision because my instincts is to do stuff that most people instincts isn't to do. And so in my head, it's like I'm at my 2-year-old's birthday party. That ain't cool. You feel me? Anyways, yada, yada, yada. But it's a situation whereas you can't look at me and go, well, Tommy, you shouldn't have done this or you shouldn't have. I absolutely did nothing. I just happened to run into these people and I knew what happened. And so that's all the conversation was about. Somehow that turned into me promoting being a thug and in the streets. And I'm just like, bro, you didn't even listen to the fucking story because as soon as you hear somebody talk from a point of view of somebody that was in the streets, you get triggered and you just hear to respond. You don't even hear to listen. But it got goofy, bro. It got super goofy.
Yeah.
And like for me, they're not gonna get like a reaction out of me like they want. Like I'm not gonna be on this motherfucker like I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, nigga. Like it ain't that serious to me. So that even further, I think, kind of irritates them because now you can't get me out my you ain't gonna get me out my body either. So it's like now you have to deal with me because the biggest problem they got with me is I came from that lifestyle, but I'm successful, and you got to deal with that. You know, it's like I'm not the. And don't knock the Jay Prince, but I'm not the Jay Prince that been arrested 33 times, and you know what I'm saying, and you know this, that, and other. So you can't come at me like that.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my boy.
They have a hard time coming at me because like they want to come at me that way, but it's like I can have that conversation with you, my guy, and I ain't got to be cussing. And I can sit here and have that whole conversation with you. And you can't come at me and be like, oh, but you're a broke thug. Cause, well, no, according to Sugar Bum, I'm broke. My bad. Let me stop. I got 2 baby mamas. I'm broke.
Well, I mean, y'all like she likes him too, so you know.
Sugar Bum keeps telling me.
She would know. Y'all be at the
Sugar
meetings
Bum,
together.
I don't know what you, Sugar Bum. I am a law-abiding citizen. I'm a military veteran.
Well, according to Sugar Bum, I'm 60 and I hit the wall, so I can't get married. So.
You're 60?
Better shape than the 20-year-olds. But according to Sugar Bum, I'm 60 and I hit the wall.
Oh, she said scared like we hit the wall. God damn. She's a terrorist, dog. They need to put her on the watch list. She's a fucking terrorist.
I don't mind being trolled as long as it's good work.
Oh my god.
She definitely an Al Keisha. She been in Mr. Palmer channel. She know what Al Keisha is.
She said that nigga hit the wall. Hey, mind you, scared likely. You know that Robert De Niro just had a baby at 79. We ain't got a wall, baby.
Amen.
We can shoot that club up till we die.
Yeah, it's always talking about my head shining. It's all right. Sugar Mom, it's gonna be all right.
She just want to rub it. That's all.
Hey, Sam, sound like you shooting a shot.
You feel me? Slide
Hey,
to DC
man.
and let her rub on that bald head, Skip.
Hey, Sugar Bum, let's go ahead and make some baby trolls. Let's go ahead
You
and
feel
do
me?
it.
Make some
Baby
backspace baby.
bums.
Let's make some baby trolls.
Scam said, "Meet me at the altar."
Did you just say baby bums? Is that what you?
No, baby trolls.
That's about Tommy. Like some baby
Yeah,
baby
baby
bums, some bum likely.
Some bum likelies.
But likely.
Dang, that's funny. That's funny.
You
Hey,
say you
man,
got one more clip?
Yeah, I got one more for y'all, man. And you know, this is a topic they've been talking about forever. So it kind of
Is it the damn bus driver?
no.
Think about that bus. You talk about that bus driver for like a month now.
Yeah, I'll let that shit go, man. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, and then we can do about that.
Oh,
I struggle with that still, just because I think I just have more responsibilities, you know, for my money. So I get nervous, like, oh God, that movie didn't open, you know, well, what does that mean? Am I going to have enough to hold everybody up? And everyone's like, it's coming, like, calm down. And I'm trying to find peace in the journey, not using my anxiety and scarcity mindset to be my engine, which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work. You know, you gonna sleep in? You know, somebody might not eat.
welcome to being a man, bitch.
Exactly. Absolutely. I was thinking the same shit.
You already know what my opinion is.
Well, what's your opinion then, Dusto?
My opinion, who gives a shit? Who cares?
Lucky asked earlier. She said, "Why you care that people don't care?" That's what she asked earlier.
Because people busting blood vessels on panels. Whoa, 50-50 modern relationship, white supremacy, 50-50 redlining and blackity. I'm like, do you know Gabrielle Union? Was that your ex? No? Do you know this dude? Did you see the bills? Why do you care? Just saying.
Something wrong with Sugar Bum, dog. She said I divorce him and get half.
He was a terrorist.
But I don't have anything. You think you said I was broke too?
Oh my God.
Half a zero is -0.
You know what's crazy? 99% of the time, I'd be like, Sugar Bum don't be trolling in my chat. She's literally trolling in my chat. That's literally what she's doing.
Hey, can you pull that picture back up? Put that comment back up, Sugar Bum. Put this picture. This is what you call the Nation of Wigwam right there. That's them. We're gonna be all right.
But that's that's on her, man. You want to be the man of the relationship. You want to make sure the little boy turns into a girl, because you can't have children because you have a barren wasteland as a woman, because you probably had a sex change and we don't know about it. I don't like her. I don't like when she speaks. And I'm glad that she's going through that. I don't want you to feel secure, because we're still calling her Gabrielle Union and not Gabrielle Wade. And that should be the first telltale sign that we should just start calling her Mr. Union. Because she act like a nigga. I mean, she's literally sitting like the old niggas be sitting in where her like boss lady at the end fucking shit. Like, you know how they had an outfit on and they send the Asian to go fight the fucking hero and shit. That's what she look like.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I do look at it a little bit different as far as with the last name thing with like the people in the industry, only because like they got a brand behind that name. If it wasn't a brand behind that name, I'm with you 150%. But when they got a brand behind that name, I kind of get it. Would I want to be in that situation? Nah. But if if she went from Gabrielle Union to Gabrielle Wade, that's a huge difference. Like we specifically know her specifically for that union in the back of her name. So.
But we know if Beyonce can do it, Beyonce is bigger than both of them combined. If Beyonce can do it, I mean, known as Miss
Yeah,
Carter.
no, it's different though, because Beyonce is just known by Beyonce. Like she's known by one name.
That is
That's
true.
it.
But me and Mandrell, word for word.
Like you say Beyonce, it's just her.
Well, early in her career, when she was a Destiny Child, they call her Beyonce Knowles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
I've always known her just
Go ahead,
Beyonce.
Tommy. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, big bro.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Oh no, I was just saying. I just that I look at a little bit differently as far as like just because you mentioned the last name thing. I'll just say I look at that a little bit different just because of the branding with it. Like if you making money off of keeping that last name, I ain't gonna lie to you. Tommy ain't gonna have too much of an argument with you. But anything after that, I can't really see why the fuck you ain't changing your last name. You got me fucked up. Like me and my sister actually got into it over that because she hyphenated her name, and I, in so many ways, was like your husband is a suck ass nigga for letting you do that. But yeah, if you're not getting no money off of it, yeah, that shit changing. Because of what I said at the beginning of the show, Hank. Somebody kicked that goddamn door open. This last name is going down there to put my life on the line. So the least you could do is change your motherfucking last name.
Amen.
Yeah, I need for you to stay upstairs and call 911. That's what I need for you to do. And protect them little babies. You know what I'm saying?
You
so
feel me?
You take your little 380 and you shoot anything that come through the door to stop me.
And this is what they don't understand. Nothing even gotta happen. If anybody ever had to make that walk, that shit uncomfortable than a motherfucker. And I'm talking about even if it wasn't nothing there. I done heard something hit the door and had to walk down there and you feel me? Go check some shit out. That shit is not no comfortable motherfucking walk. So you feel me?
This is another reason why I don't like Gabrielle Union. She just made me big up Beyonce and use her as a good example, and I don't like her at all. So, because she likes skin. You know I don't like light skin people.
Really? Come
Yeah,
on,
like,
hashtag blame light skin people for everything. That's my thing. I think
plywood. Come on, plywood.
Y'all can start with AR. Whatever AR is, he's doing something evil because he's the most evil light skinned person on the planet. He said, the nigga said, he said E Black. He said when E Black smiled, it looked like an ultrasound.
Oh shit!
You can't do that shit, man.
Oh shit!
What you represent? You go wild over some derogatory.
Who said that?
Oh God!
Hey, bro. What was the Rufus?
Does that make you happy?
That
make you happy?
That nigga is fucking wild, bro. He said when E Black smiled.
It makes you happy though, like you're really
up,
in your feelings right now. Chill the fuck out, man. What the fuck?
He said it looked like an ultrasound.
You love it. It's like,
oh my god.
Stop, man. Lord God. Don't let E Black come around here, man. God damn. That'd be terrible.
Hey man, Simon, what do you think about that video, bro?
I have problems with people like that put hair on them,
bro.
That come from other countries.
I'm about to drop off. I'll see y'all later.
All right,
damn.
Dustin Crust.
I jump off in a minute. I gotta feed my little boy before he kick me off his face.
Show ass off that computer.
Right. Dad. He told me he want to be a scientist, a space scientist. So I'm like, I'm lit right now. So
That's what's up.
No, that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. That's interesting. I could actually bring a lot to you if you want to talk about that. But I'm just saying, in terms of the clip, it was just the hair, like in terms of our black women and how we see our black women. I think there's a lot to it, like in terms of our expectations of what we assume our next thing to be. And if you're a single person out here, be very careful, man. Just be very careful about the makeup of people, because when you strip that all down, that's what we got to live with. And that's why, like, I got a video on my channel, right? And I done this whole thing with like this African lady just jumping around. And the reason being is because she was pure. And we're missing that right now. We're not sort of in the midst of purity. Like when we start to sort of relate to people like Kevin Samuels and stuff, like what he was doing was analyzing that sort of stuff in terms of fragrance. And we can relate that sort of stuff. We really want to buy into that. Yeah, yo. There's another platform I went on, and I think it was Izzy Mills, and another guy came on, and he had like cross colors, and we was like, oh, you're bringing back cross colors. Why are we bringing that back? That should be normal, because we are cross color people. So the interesting fact about what the question was, sorry, Tommy, salute. The interesting fact about what the question was is that it brings it back to the black community and how we choose and or what we want to choose to like make it, because you are actually in a position to actually do something about it, but most of us don't choose to do that. I'm sorry, Harry. Yeah, sorry, Harry. I go on a bit. I know that. Sorry.
I got to reel you on in sometimes. Tommy, what you got on it, big brother?
Simon, what kind of weed they got over there, boy? You be rambling.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's something in the water over there. Over
what
the
they
pond.
say? What's the saying? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah.
A man's job is a thankless job. We do this shit, we don't complain about it, and motherfuckers think it's easy. And then when they get in a position to have to do it, shit get real. I got an ex. I paid all the bills. I had to transition between jobs, so it was like 1 month where she had to hold it down, and she was like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I do 12 months a year." You know what I'm saying? We make this shit look easy, dog. You know, like I said, I'm in this shit right here, motherfucking 70 hours a week. You feel me? It is what it is. I don't go home be complaining. I go home. My kids don't give a fuck. It's daddy time when I get home. I make this shit look easy. It is what it is. You feel me? But that's just part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? You do the hardest shit and just make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? Chin up, chest out. That's how we do. And I think for a lot of these women, because we didn't sit around and complain and bitch and moan about, you know, having to hold down the household, I think a lot of them thought it was a lot easier than what it really is. And then when they got in position to actually do it, oh shit, yeah, I don't know if I really like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that reality hit. That's a motherfucker.
Yeah, they tap out. They tap the hell out. And yo, I was in a 10-year marriage, and right now, yo, hey, right, we've been on this platform for a minute, right? You got your platform. I've been tuning in. I've been gracious enough for you to embrace me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the shit I was talking about, like her snatching the doormats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's like literally in an institution right now. Like I'm getting private calls.
Well,
and
at least you're safe. Remember last time.
Well, that's what my brother told me. That's exactly what he said to me. He was like, "Oh yeah, at least she's safe."
Yeah, because last time she
was
innocent.
Yeah, but it's just like we provide, and then like you let them go, and it's like it don't matter how old they are. They're in the wilderness. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just been an experience for me. Like, we gotta be careful, man. Like, because there's there's all this talk about sort of like being like the provider and this, that, the other, and then it's like you provide, and it's like years and years and years. Okay, cool. Unless they're locked in or something switches their mindset, I don't know, and they leave, like the divorce rates and all the rest of it, they leave. But it's just like, what becomes of them? And we got all these women out here, and they're desolate. And we're not even talking about that. And that might be a subject that I come on to. But I'm just saying, like, for the ones that are comfortable and it's cool, and you got your wife and like everything's okay, maybe, yeah, that's a conversation we can continue to have and pull up those thumbnails and whatnot. But like, there are a whole heap of women out here that are literally homeless, or sort of like, and they're black
I'm about
women.
to load this truck. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, big brother. Be
Salute,
safe,
bro.
Tom.
Yeah, bro.
All right, Tom, you say.
Yeah.
Well, look here, Simon. I'm a sound like you about to get heavy in the heart right now. I'm gonna take you off the
Yeah,
leg.
no.
I don't want you to jump, right? We don't want you to jump.
Nah,
But
I could cool out, man. I got that water spray in the back.
okay, I don't know what that means, but I got you. Let me say this about the situation. When they say a man provides, the first thing they always think about is providing is financially, right? But a man provides more than just financially. A man provides that structure, the leadership, the discipline that he should be providing. He's leading by example. He stands upright. He should be a man of his word. He's providing that. He providing a positive and uplifting influence. That's what a man should be providing. He should be providing some type of emotional stability. You know, we understand ladies are real emotional. At the drop of a dime, something could have them crying and boo-hooing, and to the point of they're in a deep depression. But it's got to be a man there to stabilize the situation, to bring her back out of this situation, to talk her out of this situation, or get her some help for the situation.
Mm.
Those are other things that a man provides that they just look over like it's no big deal. And like Tommy said, we provide that security. Now, you got some men that don't do those things I just said. You got those out there. Ladies, don't get those type of dudes. If they not giving you that type of security, that type of production, don't deal with them. A man could be left at a goddamn restaurant just like a woman. There's no difference. Look for that man who's going to do those things for you. Not just talk about it, be about it. Act on it. Display it consistently. If he's doing that, I mean, you got a good chance of that man. That man's a future man you really want to invest in. That's a man you want to be blessed with his last name. This stuff she's talking about, I'm trying to figure out what other household she's talking about that she's taking care of. Why are you taking care of these other households? That's a question I need to be asking. What are these other households? You know, to me, all the resources need to be in our home, not everybody else's home. I shouldn't be taking care of a grown ass man or woman. If I got grown kids, I shouldn't be taking care of them. At some point, I hope I shared enough knowledge where they was educated and I learned them enough and taught them enough that they're able to function on their own. Now, if they need a little help, I have no problem giving a little help, but I'm not gonna. Then they're not gonna be a burden and leech on and think I'm gonna be a resources every week. I'm gonna be their paycheck. No, I'm not doing that.
I think it's two things, Hank. I think she's talking about some like work related stuff.
Okay.
And I think it's like work related stuff, maybe taking care of hairstylists and stuff like that. And I think it's just the other part is a certain lifestyle in terms of keeping up. You know what I'm saying? That they have to, an image they have to have, or a certain type of lifestyle they have to have. So you putting that much burden and those are unnecessary costs, girl, please get that out of here. Like you gotta. But knowing her, he gonna agree with everything she say.
Yeah. Well, and Sugar Bum, I see your thing. It's kind of cringe how we black men don't believe they don't have trauma. Yes, we do. Look, I'll be the first one to say yes. I went to therapy a couple things that was traumatizing me. One is my divorce, because now I'm going from seeing my son 100% of the time now to 50% of the time. That's traumatizing to me. As a man who loved his son to death, that's traumatizing to me. That's hurtful to me. That affected me.
Right.
Getting over my divorce and my distrust of thinking about even being married again. I was at that point. I said I'll never get married again. The hell with marriage. It took me a couple years to get to the point where I'm at now, where I'm open to do it again. I'm open to take that chance. I'm open to roll the dice again. So yeah, black man, or if you don't think, I'm that black man who had to deal with that. So to sit there and say, no, we all don't say that, they lying. They deal with it differently. That's all. Some don't go to cancer. Some deal with it themselves. Some they talk to friends and family and able to deal with it. It depends. There's more than one way to get to a certain place, right? We know that. And maybe it is what they had to do. So kudos to them. Hopefully they deal with whatever trauma they're dealing with. And if they don't, hey, please get some help. I'm the first one to encourage you to get on somebody's couch or get in somebody's Zoom meet if that's what you need to do.
Yeah, a lot of it is guys do not, like, I know when I was younger, I didn't know how to deal with trauma. I just moved to the next thing. I went and hooped, just played football. You just don't. A lot of these guys just don't know how to deal with the trauma that they got. Don't even know how to categorize it. I'll categorize it. I know which one traumatized me more, and I've been working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about the last live. Being in the hood is just it's traumatizing, bro. Watching dudes' hands and stuff like that. Like this stuff is traumatizing. Seeing what you've seen. So a lot of dudes don't want. They're not acting like they're not traumatized. They just don't know how to deal with it. They don't have time, and a combination of both. Whereas they like, if I go down this road, I might flip out and go hit my mom or go rob this nigga for that. You know what I'm saying? Type of stuff like that. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, and then like you said, Hank, you be with your baby every day, and then you not with them at all for 100 and something days. That's trauma. That's serious trauma. And especially like me, my son was in the NICU. I'm sitting there fighting for both of them, and the same one I'm fighting for, you keep him from me. That shit is true trauma, bro. And it took a lot not to go over there and hurt that girl. A lot.
So I know Sugar Bun said she's probably not a kid to somebody that's not a children. Yeah, it's obvious, but it could be her parents. Okay, now that will be the only exception. If she's taking care of her parents, I understand and I respect that, right? I do. That's different. But if it's to the point where they have a different household, why not bring them into the same household as y'all? Then the burden won't be as heavy on you. And if they talk about, well, we won't live on our own, then if that's the case, then y'all need to take care of your own. Don't put that burden on me of funding your household and this household as well. Hey guys, I'm gonna talk to my husband. We're gonna have a conversation, a family meeting. Hey, what do you think about bringing my mother and father in with us into living here? And maybe to finish out the rest of their life if need be, or maybe some adult senior citizen home. Maybe that's an option. I don't know, but if they got a whole household, whole overhead that they got to take up, that's why put that burden on you if you don't have to. My first option would bring them in the home. That would be my first option, right? And if that's not something they feel comfortable with, how about putting them maybe in adult living center where they can have a condo, they don't need another big old house, 3-4 bed. Why they need all that space? I'm sure they probably in their, late 80s, because I think she's about 50, ain't she? I don't know how Gabrielle is, but she's probably in her late 40s, early 50s.
She should be in her late 50s.
So with that, I'm thinking are probably somewhere in the 70s, maybe upper 80s. And if that's the case, maybe an adult living place. They have them here in my state, Kentucky, where they got the adult people, the older elder people, they live in one big subdivision, and they have their own condo they stay in. They got activities to participate in every day. They got activity. They got an iPad. They got for these people, and to deal with. I know because my brother is a nurse. He deals with it.
Mm.
He knows. He deals with that adult living. He still works there currently to this day. He deals with that stuff. Why not put him there and lessen that burden and stress on yourself and that financial overhead? Why not maybe think about doing that? I don't know. It's just a suggestion. That's all it is.
That's facts, man. Because I had to come to terms with my father, who went into one of those homes, and that was post my mother passing away, and seeing how that all worked out. That's a very important conversation, man. It's probably something that I should just stop talking about, but it may be something that you want to bring up next time. But when he entered it knowing his demise, and we got to think about this as black men, like in terms of we bring all this sort of bravado, like when we're young, like and able and stuff, but it's like, where are we actually going to end up, like in about 30-40 years time? Are we going to be like one of these cases that you're talking about? It's like, what you're talking about is an experience of someone that was related to you. So what makes us think that we're indifferent to that? It's like, because we haven't seen anything change. We can do everything in between, but it's just like at that point, maybe 40, down the line, I don't know. It makes me think, because when we have conversations about women and interactions in marriage or relationships, if the woman's always winning as such, they're always going on to something else. But what ends up happening is, like, the male will end up in a solo position. I remember my father, his demise, like in it, before he actually went to the old care home, he was in a situation where they had bunk beds in one of these sort of situations. It's just multiple men, and what he used to tell me is, like, everyone's just going to work, and there were no women around. You're like 60 odd, and you're in a situation where your last breath is talking to men that are your age, that are in the same situation as you, but yet you can see your demise already. It don't matter what you've built into your children. It don't matter what anyone has told you at that moment. When you're about 60 odd years old, you're just lying in that bunk bed, and you're beneath someone, like it's almost like you're in prison. And the sadness I saw him in his eyes was crazy. But he was a man. And what that showed me was my path. In terms of, no woman could tell me shit. And that's why I get a bit brutal sometimes, because it's like, the fact of the matter is that's what happens. We try to cotton wool this stuff around you know, our premises, and we try to be nice and we try and accommodate. But who's saving us right at the end when we're on our deathbed? Or, you know, when I don't want to say that too tough, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the point when we're about to leave, no woman's around here, because the woman is going to be looking at you and going, thinking, what's next? If they're alive, that is. But most men, and this probably may be, as Hank does, thank you very much, Hank. You provide me with insight into my next life. So what it is this may be the thing where we have this discussion about where we go next, because no one's talking about that. We are up here as black men and we have this whole sort of like journey, and it's a cycle, but no one's actually telling us where we go next, and people are quite quick to cremate us, wrap our history out. They don't want to talk about what we've done. You know, for example, world class. World class is a statue guy, but like the Egyptians, the amount of knowledge he portrays and puts out there, in about 10 years' time, someone's going to wipe that out. So it's just like, how do we preserve ourselves? And I think maybe that's the one. How do we preserve?
I don't know what you mean when you said I gave you the idea for the next show. I don't know how to take it, but okay.
Sorry. You know, I'm on the next one. I'm just thinking. That's all. I'm thinking live.
What do you mean when he said is it a dark skin thing? Is that what it is?
No, it's nothing to do with that. I'm just saying, like, look, we have always been intelligent people as a people. But the thing is like, amongst all our endeavors, the thing is like, okay, we're trying to do this YouTube thing, for example. I'm just going to bring it back to the YouTube thing. Now, if you want to bring up a channel and you want to get monetized and whatnot, blah, 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 what are you doing? You're providing content, right? You're providing content to the people. Now, people either tune into that or not, whatever. Now, you could choose to be someone who is monetary or not. I see that as you're either corporate or, you know, non-for-profit, for example. I'm non-for-profit. I don't care if people like banging super chats and whatever versus someone like, you know, the lead attorney or whatever, because that's the last gauge. If you've had a 20-year career in anything, and then you choose to divert to something else, then that should tell you something. Okay, so if you're up here and you're not actually engaging in that sort of activity where you're going, look, this is just a message, that's a non-for-profit situation. You may choose to move, but that's a non-for-profit situation. So what you're doing is you're spreading the message to the people in a charitable sense. It's nothing to do with anybody. It doesn't mean you can't do what you want. You could switch, like, and go, okay, I'm gonna like bang out all these super chats or whatever. Like, you could do what the hell you want. But the fact of the matter is that's what we know. We're business people, right? We've been around this game. But I'm just saying, there are certain people around here where it's like, okay, they have a certain type of way they want to move. We can't blame them. And it's all good. So for me, I'm just saying, I'm going to move in a certain type of way. And that's all it is. Do you know what I mean? And I love and I appreciate our people. And we'll see how that goes. Because you can deviate business-wise from not for profit to commercial if you choose. But you can't do the reverse. Once you become commercial and you start putting out all those messages, and that's that. It's over. You crossed that line already. It's over.
Oh, they crazy. Look here, why we got to break in the action? And before I
No,
let
I had to do a crazy moment. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. But I'm just saying I had to do that crazy point. Because,
I got you. But before I go, Noble,
I appreciate
could speak on what about the subject again. I'm gonna go and do what I got to do and display my Funko Pops of the week.
They'll get it later.
My album of the week is the best of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Right, that's classic. That's a must. If you're a fan of vinyl or a fan of good music alone, you got to give an Earth, Wind, and Fire in your collection. That's a must. But my Funko Pops of the week is the characters from Godfather: Michael Corleone, Sonny Corleone.
They make everybody.
Fredo and Vito Corleone.
I'll get some of that shit from my kids, man. Where do you get that stuff from?
How many shelves of them do you have?
Well, I got a whole lot.
No, secret stash.
I got over 300 Funko Pop, about 90 something action figures. one is I'm gonna do an actual recording of all the ones I got, and then I'm gonna put it up on my channel. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
If they ever be worth some money, you're gonna be rich.
They all, yeah, he's rich already, man. Don't get
got
that
value to them. They got value. They got value. So I got special cases like them hard plastic. Okay, no, but you remember them old baseball cards? They used to have them in a hard plastic casing.
Yeah,
they do it a lot now. Comic books now they do too. Well, I got like probably about 4 of those hard cases that I got some of my most prized ones in, and one of them is like a Tony Montana from Scarface and the Michael Jackson, and he's got the Beat It outfit on. Those are going for a minimum of $500, maximum about $1,500 a piece. So they do have some value to them.
I wanted. I mean, like a lot of kids, that was a thing back in the day. And nowadays, collect, certain cards, basketball cards, and stuff like that. I just sucked at it. I sucked at keeping it. Like I sucked. I no other way to go about it. I had got some. I even got rare Pokemon cards, and I messed those up. So I wasn't good at it. I got a Mewtwo and something else, and I couldn't. It was all glittery. I was like, it's gonna be worth some money. 2 weeks, it was already. It was horrible. I suck. Like I don't know how to keep. I'm not that type of person. I can't do it. So I shout y'all.
Man.
I got these bookshelves, and I said, look, I might as well use them. At first my ex-wife was using them, and she used to keep her shoe collection on them. That's what they was originally here for, but it was only like 2 real big ones. So I said, look, I'm just gonna use them. I ain't gonna get rid of them. I know she's in the past, but I'm not gonna get rid of them. I got to utilize these shelves. Why not use it for my pops? And so that's what I did. And so I continue to add more and more. So now I got probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 bookshelves in this room alone. I got another set of shelves in a box ready to put up. I just ain't had the time to put it up yet. So I can fit 9 bookshelves in here right now. That's not include what I have outside this room, where I got more lined up. Like I'm about to invest in a couple of action figures. They probably about 18 inches tall. So they tall. They, like I said, 18 inches. And I'm investing in those and putting those out in my movie room area. So that's why I keep I guess movie room / entertainment room. So I got my TV and I got my other bigger action figures out there. So I'm gonna do action video of all I got. People gonna like, man, you crazy. Yeah, it's just me. That's that black nerd in me, right?
Yeah, I said it. I didn't know I had nerd abilities, so I was like 21.
I didn't know I had nerd abilities.
I hate reading now. I can't stop. But I like the ones that you have that's like with famous people. Do you look to get like autographs on them?
Unfortunately, the ones I would love to get autographed are no longer with me.
Oh, okay.
So like Red Fox, George
Right.
Jefferson. I got Michael Jackson, Prince. Prince got like 3 different styles, and I would love to have got all 3 of those autographs. But I'm also looking at I don't like to get duplicates, but there are some that some of the ones I have that they was able to get autographed. I'm just trying to wait them out, see if the price gonna go down a little bit, if they're gonna lower the price on what they're gonna sell for. But the dude ain't really moved too much, and they also they've been certified, so he's got they certified where is that this person the people's autograph. So yeah, they just don't want to move on the price just yet for me. So Sugar Bun X was a tennis shoes. No, she collects high heels. That's what she collected. So
Yeah,
Lord.
it's women like that. They definitely they like them heels
Yeah.
now.
I've been in rooms with people, and they've had the whole walls stacked with high heels. It's been like crazy. So, yeah,
well, that's how this was. This whole room. This was her pretty room, and
for them, yeah, everyone's got their own thing. So I've been.
I had to come here. I had to do some decoration. I had to paint some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but your room's nice, man. Like ladies. I've been in ladies' houses and
okay, freak daddy. I got you.
It's just been mirrors, like literally, like on the wall, on the ceilings.
On the ceilings.
Yeah, like they're literally just like looking at
This is
themselves.
real freak shit, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
yo, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Oh no, I need a BDSM dungeon.
yeah. I'll tap you into that stuff. Like, come over to London. I'll drag you down to these ladies' houses. And they'll be up for it as well. Like, yeah, I want to show you my house. Like, they're so into their feelings. It's just like they love to. I can't walk around like I couldn't have like mirrors all around my house. Like, but in particular, this is like one of my sister's friends. Like, she had mirrors in her house, all plastered up, all everywhere, on the ceilings, on the walls, everywhere. And that was just her, man. And she was cool. We went out on some nights and stuff, but I couldn't do anything with her because it was just like, oh Lord, like I can't wait. I can't wake up. I can't wake up to that. Like, imagine if you just stayed with her for a night, it would just be like, I'm waking up to this mirror and I'm looking up at that. No, I ain't doing that. But men do. So this whole world is really an algorithm in itself, and the whole thing about YouTube, which I find kind of interesting, and why I have a channel.
How'd you get right there from where you was at?
Because it matches like
the algorithm.
The relation. This world. That why you even asking that question? That it all matches up, or else.
I don't know what came over me.
It all matches up, or else you'll be doing what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? But everyone's just got their own space, their own place, and I'm cool for right now, and I guess everyone else is, and that's the whole pleasure of it. You know what I'm saying? We just need to learn and educate from each other, and not push each other to do stupid shit. I can't tell you what to do. You get what I mean? And no one else can tell me what to do. And there's no way in hell no one's telling Hick what to do. So it's like, that's why I like him, because it's like he's the dude right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Look, think about it in this way. Imagine in about 5 years' time what Hink's platform is going to be. And then imagine what kind of conversations we're going to have. Because right now, we're in, little boy stages. We're just listening and trying to understand. In about 5 years' time, we're going to understand, and other young people are going to try to understand. So that's how I see what's going on right now, especially with you, World Class. You're unique, and I came onto your platform originally. You remember? I don't know if you do remember.
Yeah, I had to kick you off because you
I,
guys
I
with it.
questioned you. I questioned you about what the fuck are you doing, because I ain't never seen anything like that before. So you know, I stand on that. I don't when I swear and I do all that. I'm sorry, and I don't mean anything wrong about that. But you know, I do find that certain people in this space bear significance, and you will have more significance in terms of where it drives in the future, because you know when it comes to places like the Peace and all that, that's where a lot of us derive from, and I've seen that grow, and we've all come from that. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Well, Simon,
we got to give
well,
respect to
Simon, look here,
the dudes.
I'm no different from nobody else. I'm that average dude. These people they talk about. I'm that average guy. I'm nobody special. I'm not. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I'm nobody special. I'm just a dude who cares. That's it. That's all I am. I'm a dude who cares, who wants to see men win. That's all I am.
Amen.
That's all I am. And
Yo,
whatever
hey,
I can do to, hold on, big man. Whatever I can do to help a man win, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. If I don't have the answers, I'm gonna go out there and look and try to get the answers for him. And at the same time, I want to learn as well. You understand? So I'm nobody special. I'm a hard working dude. Go to work every day. Do what I got to do. I take care of my son. I take care of my grandbaby. I do what I can for my adult daughter. And for the lady who I'm in a relationship with, I make sure she's good. Make sure her kids are good. I make sure my mother's good. Make sure my other family good. That's all I do. I'm nobody special, Simon. I promise you not. You could be the same way. Noble, same way. We just people who care, and we love our folks, and we want to see our folks win. But I have a soft spot for men because I won't see men win. There's a space for men to really be successful, and there's not a lot of people speaking up, especially ones 16 to 25.
Yeah.
That age range, especially not, man, because there's so much influence that could be shared and learned with them young men, and they need that. I was that young man who needed that male influence in my life. Thank God for my uncle and my great grandfather. For them, I will probably be dead or locked up somewhere on that bullshit. So I was blessed. I won't bless somebody else. And if this is my way of doing it, then so be it. You too, so be it. I'm gonna take advantage. If it's gonna help me reach more people, cool. I was doing it on a smaller scale. You know what I'm saying? I was working with my son's teammates, working with other kids in schools. Every year I go to a middle school for 7th grade for a career day. Talk to about what I do as a profession, right? Share with them, listen to them, and try to encourage them. You know, I coach football. I was coaching basketball for a minute there to try to give back to my community. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways we can do it. And it don't just have to be financially. Again, I giving your time. That's more important. Them kids don't want your money. They want your time. They want to see you there. They want you to be present. They want to know somebody cares about them. It's the main thing. They want to know somebody cares enough to hear them out, to speak to them, to talk to them in a respectable manner. Don't talk down to them. But talk to them in a respectable manner, and they'll come back with the same respect. Even them trouble kids. If you come real and be honest with them, man, they'll respect and show you love more. And you just gonna sell them a bunch of goddamn wolf tickets.
No, you're totally right. I mean, because like, I don't think most people understand what it's like to be a parent. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like, I think people see it as mediocre, and most people like when they do things in public, they try to sort of portray a persona where it's like you're invincible.
Hold on, Simon. Sugar Bomb. I want to see how black people win. Again, I won't see us black people as a whole win. But again, I have a soft spot for them guys between 16 and 25. Because there's a space out for them that's not being filled.
Is Sugar Bum actually talking some real shit?
Look here, I want to see women win. I got a daughter. I got a granddaughter. Of course, I want to see these young ladies win. But there's a space for women to do that for. As a man, I shouldn't be teaching women how to be ladies. You should talk to the elder ladies to teach y'all how to be ladies. I'm a man. I'm going to teach these young men how to be men or be a man. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
Sugar Bum. Yo, she's all over the place, man. God damn.
Hold on, son. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with you saying what you say. I see what you say in some of these other spaces, and that's cool. I don't get mad. I'm not. I don't do that. I let you say. Most time I don't even address it. But I won't address it today.
No, I was speaking to my boy about that.
Simon, hold on, bud. I'm speaking to it now because I see it, right? And some of the directors told me because of what I said. I'm not gonna do another check because out of respect. But here I'm gonna talk about it. We can speak on it. And if you got questions, hey, put them in there. I ain't got no problem with answering your questions. None at all. I'm here.
Yeah, I was
see you here, Sugar Ball.
I was speaking to my boy about it because he sees a lot of what I do, and I try to have someone that holds me accountable in any sort of sense. And like he was like, yo, you know, if anybody is out there sort of understanding what you're talking about and where our direction is going, it's like Hank. And that's why I wrote with you, bro. Because, you know, ain't nothing personal. Like it's just a matter of fact. It's like when you was on that other live with the other lady, you know, and it's just like, look, I ain't a dime in this shit. And it's like I ain't even in this for like that sort of reason. But the fact of the matter is like we could be. Like I could do this momentarily, snap my finger, and do this whole monetary thing, and get on a live and go, oh yeah, this is this and this is that. But you know, it's really a different thing. Like in terms of what's gonna happen next. I'm literally building a law school. Right, so I'm a lawyer. So what comes next is different for me personally. So that's why when people see my channel, is like they literally look at it in a competitive sense, and I ain't even competing because I know what's going on. I've linked globally different types of people that have linked into the manosphere. And are watching us, and they're clicking. These are professional people who have businesses, organizations, structures from different parts of the world. And I had this conversation with someone called the Intentional Millionaire 2 years ago. This goes to other things that people forget quite quickly because it's so intentional about their own content. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna bounce out. And when you next on Hank, bro?
When I'm on next?
Yeah.
Monday, we're gonna talk about some good old sports. We're gonna talk about how trashy Lamar is and all that good stuff.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm on.
What's up, Noble?
Make believe time.
But we're gonna give some final thoughts, man. I don't blame you because our time is coming, and when it does, we will run this bad boy again.
Amen.
And when that day comes, after I'm dead and gone, our son's gonna take over. And after he dead and gone, his son's gonna take over, and we're gonna keep moving from there. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Hey man, thanks for coming out. Y'all still will be continuing to see more content from the basement, and I will continue to rock with you guys, and y'all will continue to see me on the other panels. wreaking havoc, causing trouble, calling y'all women heifers if need be. But it's still nothing but love at the end. Hey, I thank y'all for coming. Later.
Hit that like button, share, subscribe.